Hey, guys, it's Tuesday. Today's the 21st of March, and it is payday for Sloppy Molly and everyone else, I guess, on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, I am going to do a quick review. I'm going to play. The first thing I'm going to do is play because it's kind of imperative for you to, in case you haven't seen the mini clips, but this is my reaction to uh, Laura Life Perplexed and uh, Sloppy Molly's great rendition of a I guess trying to play on people's sympathy that she's just at her wits end, you guys. She's got, her mother according to her, passed away. She's gone and she has been resurrected, and now just to be in bad shape again. Hopefully she's going to pull through. My honest and true feelings are, I pray that her mother does pull through and that can beat this stuff, can beat cancer, and can be a warrior and talk about beating cancer. I pray that for her mother. um, so here we go. Okay, I got to get busy. I'm going to my mom's and to the cabin tomorrow, so I got to get busy. So I'm finished packing. But we're gonna start with Laura real quick. So this is her reaction to a video, and I'll look. These are in my description. I've already posted the links to these videos in my prescription. I mean, prescription, huh? That would be for Molly prescription in my description underneath the video. This is Laura reacting to a video off of the Jenny Jin Jin channel from Sunday night. Now, I've also put Jenny Jin's channel, the link in here, also in the description. I recommend. Oh, and the clip I'm gonna play for Sloppy Molly, where she was putting on an awful act, a crying act. I I'm reacting to the Six Up Media channel. I also have a link to that in my description for that channel, and I do recommend that you sub up to that channel. But when you come to the one for Laura, I don't recommend subscribing to her, but I do to the Jen 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 channel. So all the links are in the descriptions, you guys. So here we go. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and I'm going to try not to talk too much. So here we go, you guys. And I need you to listen real closely to the part where when I go up on panel and I talk about we start talking about her jail, about going the stuff that she's got charged with for the mascara, and the part about her mother and Adrian, her husband. I want you to pay close attention because it's going to be important to hear what I say versus what she said I said. Oh, hold on, I gotta back it up, back it up. Okay, let me add this. Oops. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull my head out. Share my screen. Okay. And notice my avatar name. Gonna be important. Okay.
I'm telling you, Debbie, it's crazy. But mom is worse than I do. I never really fought with Barnyard. I never really had that much of a problem. You think she is obsessed, but none of these people realize how obsessed they are. It's kind of funny. But this clip that I'm going to play you proves how obsessed. Maybe 2019. Either way, it's been a couple of years. 3/4 of the things that her haters know, I don't even know. Never even heard anything about it. Never cared to. Why? Because fighting with Molly, I don't watch her. That's how I am. To me, that's a normal thing to do. If you don't like someone, you don't like the story.
Okay, so Laura, we've been friends with Sloppy Molly about as long because I joined her Patreon at the end of 2018. So There you go. So I guess we've all been friends with Sloppy, about both of us, about the same amount of time. But let me just tell you this. Don't be hating on me, girl, just because you ain't, your memory is about as long as you know, Dave the fisherman's micro penis. I can't help that your memory is that short. Okay. I'm not going to apologize that I am a person that pays attention and listens to the things that I'm told. And girl, don't worry about who I watch and how often I watch them. Okay. Don't worry about it, girl. Dang, come on.
Um, Voices running with Mallory saying things about Molly's hoodie. That's because and she has to lie about boyfriends. That's probably why. That's my guess. And by the way, just so you guys know, if anybody thinks that Mallory is doing this because she's hurt, you're sadly mistaken. Mallory is doing this for money and only money. She is not hurt by she doesn't care about Molly. She doesn't care about Betty. This is a total money plot, and all her people are falling right into it. And it's absolutely comical because really, she doesn't give two shits about Molly or the friendship or anything. But she's playing you guys, not you guys personally, but fucking total fools. No, she don't give two fucks. Yeah, PayPal Mal for a reason. I agree. All right. Um,
Come on, Laura, get with it, bitch. Damn, Laura. Come on.
Can you guys hear that?
Laura. She had to make sure people this, you guys, so she could go back and she played this for Marissa. So Sloppy Molly. So I hope now, Laura, I want to also point out, you are being really hypocritical right now. You know, even talking about me being a stalker of Marissa's, that's hilarious.
Let me know if you guys can hear it now.
Missed what
Considering your past on these
although if you're
streets.
playing with horses' heads. Get to you. As she said, we made Jack and the friend. Imagine my mother acting the way she does on YouTube or camera anywhere. That like imagine.
Yeah.
That's Jen
parading them around to talk
this
about
is her
Mallory.
channel, her live.
You know,
Laura's
that's
reacting to
That
it.
was just sick. That was just sick in itself too.
When I heard YouTube, Jake, what about you?
Embarrassing for your kids to hear you got a mother. I mean, talk about somebody else day in and day out, 24/7. I mean, I know most of the people on panel don't have young kids anymore, but Jake's not young either. He's 60. He's not going to.
I mean, Laura, why are you worried about what Jake gets on the internet and hears from his mother's channel about his grandmother or whatever? What you ought to be, if you're going to be worried about something, you ought to be worried about him getting on there and hearing his mother's BBC calls, you know.
Sit there and be like, oh, mom, this, that 16-year-old teenage boy. He's not going to sit there and, you know, my mom's so wonderful. I can't even barely get a kiss out.
I wonder if it was the letter that he showed her that she read online on a live. I wonder if
I
that's
believe
what
that letter actually, the one she read from him from way back. I think that was when they divorced or something. Hey, Shirley.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
yeah, she was trying to make it
Hey.
sound like it was a love
Hey,
letter.
It took less than 3 seconds. Somebody said, "Hey, Lord, what is streaming this?"
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Donnie
Yeah.
Cutter.
Hey guys, can y'all hear me? I've got my earbuds in.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they had these. I think it was 2 or 3 foreign exchange again, but they really.
Okay, now mind you, let me point out, this is obsession.
Sorry, I'm gonna sound. So I don't need to like speed that up. You go for sure won't be able to understand it.
Okay, not by anyone on the panel except Barnyard. That's the only one I'm talking about right now.
Obsession. I'm obsessed.
Barnyard. Listen to how much detail this woman knows. Names like Molly. Listen.
I don't claim it. They were like in their late 20s, early 30s. So you figure that out for an exchange student. But anyway, one of them had gotten up at like 2:30 or 3 in the morning, and he could, and she's very flirty with him. And so he eventually walks over and gets in the camera, and she's asking him questions, because she's trying to for content, asking him kind of shocking, for the shock effect. Anyway, he was like, he had a bed shirt on that this particular day. It was she had the girls out, and he was just like the whole time he was standing there, he was just like staring at her boobs. And so the next.
Now, mind you, this incident happened probably like a year ago. I remember it vaguely. I couldn't tell you the details. I couldn't tell you all the ins and outs of it. I couldn't tell you much of it.
I can't help you're a dingbat, Laura, and you can't remember details, bitch.
It really didn't. Well, there's no reason to remember it. Well, listen to the details.
And she's stupid enough to look at, think I'm sexy, don't you? You like me. And so he didn't answer her on camera. It answered her, so the camera couldn't see him. And she immediately got uncomfortable. You could tell whole mood switch. So the guy that was saying that, well, I'll go, yeah, that's absolutely right. So anyway, she called him a crick, telling him he was out to quit staring at her. And live, and she is like wound up. It's like she had no sleep. And checkout was at 10, and this was like a quarter till.
Let me also point out too, Savage with Jenny, Jen, and probably Hondo, Steve. I researches they hate Molly. They're not fucking liking Mallory. And thank God. Thank God somebody's got their brains. And I was wondering what it was gonna do, but I really think she hates Barnyard, not Barnyard, Bomb and Mallory more than she hates Molly. But I do. I'm glad that they're sticking to their guns, because I just can't with PayPal Mal.
Well, I'm glad that you've got respect for them, because being friends of theirs, closer friends than you, I can vehemently sit here and say, Laura, they don't have respect for you. So I'm glad you've got respect for them, because it's not reciprocated. And also, before we go any further, I just want to throw this in here. If you were to get the Urban Dictionary and look up the word flip flopper, it's going to have a picture of this lady called Irish gal. She's going to be the damn description of a flip flopper. But she's wrote in the comments over here, Barnyard, all caps, has talked consistently about her last bits. I assume that means lady bits. On my panels. I've never been on one of your panels, bitch. And people have told her that they are tired of it and embarrassing hearing a 56-year-old, and I'm 55, 56-year-old woman talking that way. Really, Irish gal, bite me. Okay? Because how I feel about what you think about me, I've got hanging between my legs for you. How you like that, baby? How you like them words coming out of my mouth? Look, Irish gal, you or nobody else has a right to have any feelings about what I do and what I say on my platform or anywhere else I say. Until you walk a mile in my shoes, you don't know how it feels to have somebody that was supposed to be your ex-friend and another female try to, based off of a lie, try to humiliate and ruin you. So, bitch, take a back seat and shut the hell up, Irish gal. And don't text me Happy St. Patrick's Day or anything else anymore. Lose my number, bitch. I don't want to hear Happy St. Patrick's Day and then see you in the damn comments saying all this shit. You are a flip-flopping bitch.
quarter after 11 or whatever. And she made Jake and that little guy that she said stole her credit card. She made them up there and knock on the door. And she was bitching because she said they would cook curry on the hot plate in their room after she told her, and it would make the whole house stink. After she told.
Why did she remember this? Like, why is she?
Because I'm not a dipshit, Laura.
I'll shut up. Just listen.
Them they wasn't allowed to do that. So anyway, whenever Jake and them went up there, she was like, leave right now. I mean, she didn't do her own dirty work. Jake left the front door open and Violet got out, and she called Adrian up and just like went crazy. No more, we're not, there's nobody staying here again. But
the Airbnb, the place is rented as an Airbnb.
Yeah.
$90 a night.
When we were friends, she was. Go ahead.
People make reviews when they're.
Oh yes, when we were friends.
About her.
Oh yeah, when we were friends, she was bragging about her. I remember I went and looked, and I never could find that. Whenever she was telling me about it, she's like, "Oh my God, we got 5-star! Yay!" She was telling me. Well, first of all, I would not feel comfortable renting.
Now, mind you, she hasn't been a part of Molly's life in about 2 years, so she's going back 2 years, and she remembers it.
Like this also. One of the reasons I remember things is just because that's what I've always been told, that I've got a mind of an elephant. I can't remember stuff that happened yesterday, but something that you've told me or in the past, I have always been able to have a good memory. I've got a mind like an elephant, memory like an elephant, I've been told my whole life. But one of the reasons why I have I'm talking about this is because I am a married woman, just as Sloppy Molly. My husband wouldn't have to tell me. I would just naturally have more respect for my marriage and my husband than to have, I don't care if my home was an Airbnb. It is not cool to have strange men staying in your house when your husband's not home, much less you sitting there flirting with him, backing your damn eyelashes and asking him if he thinks you're sexy. Okay? You are wrong, and you are disgusting, Marissa, for portraying that kind of behavior in front of strange men that you don't know, and your son in the house and your husband not in the house.
On the phone with her before, and Adrian has come in pissed off because apparently she's supposed to tell them, people drive in, that they can't park in the driveway or the garage. They have to park. Adrian come home, he couldn't park, and he come in, and she was like, "Shh, they might hear you." And he said, "I don't care." I mean, they've gotten into it, but I wouldn't feel comfortable having a damn stranger renting rooms in my house, knowing my son, unless I had damn locks on my door. I mean, they could go in there and kill Jay.
I don't even.
But I'm gonna tell you, there's been some
staying in my house.
No, wait, there's been some word on the street for months now that when the Ukrainian and the Russia went to war, whatever, Adrian's that's where his family is from, Ukraine. So they've got ties up. And anyway, there was some word in the street that they were they had a bunch of illegal people, as guys are, and they're not foreign exchange. 29, I mean, in their early 30s. These were men. These weren't kids. And anyway, that they were
about their cleansiness too. I remember.
Yes, but they were
I
kind of
know.
like,
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like he turned her down.
Probably, maybe that's what it was. She could see him sit. I mean, he didn't try to hide where he was looking. It was obvious where he was looking. You can tell that and she saw that. That's why she asked him. So don't ask that. Kind of like she's saying she's gone. I guess for her it has different meanings. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You think I'm sexy? You want my butt? I mean, she's so freaking ridiculous. What, Jenny? Did you see her face a while ago when her nephew got up there and exposed all her lies about her mother?
No, I missed it.
Oh my God!
That was her. That guy in the video that on her life was her nephew.
Yeah, because she said, "Tell him about grandmother's cancer." And so look, she posted.
You mean the man that took off the shirt?
I'm sorry. What now?
You mean the man that took off the shirt on his live?
Yes. She says so much your mother. Well, she had just put in Patreon about 3 hours earlier that her mother, hardly no change. Her mother was non-verbal, and she had her kidneys. So she tells her nephew for whatever reason to tell about her grandmother, and he's like, "Oh, she's doing so much better. She sung Elvis today. You should have seen Marissa's face." And he said, "The chemo worked. It shrunk all the tumors down to 1, and now they're going to do radiation, and we're hoping to recover it."
Does anyone see that? Is that true? Because I didn't watch it. Can anyone?
Yes, it's true, Laura. Because unlike you and Sloppy Molly, I don't have a reputation of lying on this platform, bitch. Okay? So don't insinuate that I might be lying. Don't even put it out there, because you and Marissa, that's what y'all's go-to is, to try to destroy, bring somebody down or make them look bad that they're a liar. Well, I want you or Sloppy Molly to bring any proof to the table that I lie. Look, I repeat if I repeat something, it's something that I've been told, or it's something that I know. If I repeat, I don't have a reputation for lying, Laura.
That
You should have seen that bitch's face when she's been on here making it sound like her mother is dying.
Yeah.
She did that to Princess too.
Well, yeah, and then apparently somebody said that Dawn, her sister, threw her under the bus
And people
on the live
chat are validating. Yes, it's true.
about her. I don't know. I didn't watch it. But I just watched the beginning of it. But she, I mean, she's, somebody sent her $800 whenever she said she's gone and waited 4 hours. Just as Daddy, dig her out of the hole she got herself in. So sent her $800, and they sent her a refund whenever all that shit come out. They found out her mother didn't die. They put a refund, for a refund, and that bitch denied it. Something else.
Was she arrested in 2003 by the FBI?
Yes, she supposedly
For theft
got
and
accused of,
embezzlement?
that was you. Well, she said it was a tube of makeup.
Again. When Molly was friends with Barnyard, Molly was always saying respectful things about Barnyard. But now Barnyard has gone bunny boiler on her. Well, when I was friends with her, Irish gal, I said kind things about her too. That's kind of normal, because Irish gal, if you are friends with somebody and you don't say nice things about them, then that wouldn't be called friends. Okay, bitch?
Maybelline mascara, and it fell out. It fell out of her basket on the wherever military can buy there. I can't remember what the word is. It's like a store. It has.
Is this? I dropped the link. Is that the video? Like, it has the document. Is that the case you're talking about?
I don't know. There's a case for embezzlement. It's out of Georgia. He was based in. But why would it say U.S. government, like property of U.S. government? Why would it say that?
Because that was when he was stationed there.
Yeah, but that's what they would. A college tube of mascara. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows about that? I don't believe nothing that comes out of her damn mouth.
Either. Oh, neither.
You guys
her
listen
biggest
really closely.
fucking
This is
fan.
what I do.
That's what you don't.
I'm going to start watching your every move if you don't watch
thing
it.
she does. Everything beats him. You're not much better. Why are you so I was just devastated. They
don't worry about what makes
today, which they are celebrating.
Laura, you don't want me to
I'm not
bunny
a lawyer.
on you,
I know
have
a lot of things about some things, but I don't think stealing a mascara would do.
It was, how that front little basket, and it was late person. She didn't see it through the parking lot. It jarred and it fell out, and there was a security guy walked behind her, and he said, "Hey, is that yours? Let me see your receipt."
Is she
my story?
Gonzalez?
Okay.
And it was on.
And the reason he just doxed her was why? Most people don't know her last name. A lot of people.
So now I'm creepy. People
don't
in the comments are saying that I'm a creepy. She's a creep.
Are we sure
Yeah.
that wasn't her representative?
No, well, no. I
No,
don't.
I have the document back. If you look at the video, it shows actually.
In the back. Okay, Tim.
That's what he said,
Hang up
Laura.
documents on somebody that you.
Well, you do it. You've done it. So
No,
shut up.
Nelson, he's some kind of works with Taylor Swift or something, and he was at one of the awards in the aisle. She was sitting there talking about it with him. I think that was one of her brother's kids, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, probably.
Somebody in side chat just put Molly did 4 years. What?
Hey, listen to this part, you guys.
No, I don't
She got-
remember that.
No, she
I
said she
didn't
went to
do that.
rehab 4 times. But that's all. I thought it was one for a long time.
We know about.
Yeah, right.
Supposed to go to board,
Mhm.
not the line of rehabs anymore.
I wonder, Boston Nick. I guess it could be. Can collecting money for being a madam in Vegas be embezzlement?
Context. They work in their home on hospice. The nephew said that when they get him home, they will heal her. The doctor did not say that. Okay.
Right. Exactly. I don't know.
But
Who
that's
knows?
how
I
it
I
don't
mean,
know
was.
anything about that.
well,
But
they
that's
were
how they
saying on
play.
base, but whatever happened, she ended up, she couldn't stay on base anymore. So that ended her base residency. She started. That's when she went to California because she wasn't allowed to stay on base for some stuff that happened. There's no telling you guys. And look, with
Or
Mallory
unless
taking that,
unless she didn't have privileges there and she was shopping there and they called her.
yeah, who knows? Just like with Mallory and Adrian asked that, well, it could be a myriad of reasons. He could be wanting to get a loan. I mean, he said, but it doesn't matter what he was wanting to do it for. If you're doing up enough, you don't ask somebody something like that. So there's definitely some shady shit going. He was, asking for a not so legitimate reason because that's just not the way you handle things.
Yeah.
He's just
take a breath.
Bite me, Laura. Bite me.
this year.
Does he work for the Bank of China?
Keep up,
Yes,
bitch. Keep
supposedly
up.
he's an international banker and the CPA.
Oh, shit.
Though apparently he's the husband on YouTube.
Right.
Hear her tell it. He looks like Stuart Little, man. I freaking
Ain't
I don't
nobody
even know
scared
how
of a little man.
yeah. I fight and I could beat that little bitch.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I don't
can.
know why.
I could take him. I sneeze and knock him over. I mean, even if I am the same height as Stuart Little.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
charges were dismissed. He was arrested for it. Looks like that's very weird. Arrested, maybe I don't know.
Right,
I gotta look into that court case. Maybe someone will look into the court case and
Well,
read
look at the one that was already what it was, Jenny. Destroy or damaging a monument or something.
Yeah, for oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay, let me also put a reminder out here. Go on their theories. Ellie said they okay never put out because I've never heard that before.
Just because you don't know
Why?
about it,
Because I
don't
don't
mean
look
it
up
didn't
people's
happen.
fucking records.
Heifer.
I'm not that upset with anybody that I need to look up their personal criminal records. Sorry, it's not what I do. But it's
Whatever.
obviously what they do.
Liar, liar.
It's ridiculous.
You're
Something like that.
Public intoxication and damaging
Monument or yeah, something like that.
along those lines. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
There's
Anyway,
no telling.
Anyway, guys, I gotta skedaddle. I gotta get to bed.
Yeah, I gotta get up too. I just want to jump up and tell you about the
Nice
Thank you.
having
whenever you
you.
started saying that about exchange student. You're welcome. You guys have a good one. I'll be like, hey, if you get a chance later, play my video for Laura and Justice, Daddy Justice. That damn Laura's an idiot. Can I just tell you?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Okay. So going to go to the old act here, the good old act that Sloppy puts on. Now I want you to pay attention. Now y'all just heard what I said, and that what she's fixing to be crying and acting like she's so upset over is what I said. And I want y'all to also notice that she doesn't even allude to what she did to me whenever she was thought that I had said something about her son. You notice she leaves all that out. And once again, this is Six Up Media's video. Shit, sorry, I gotta add it to the stream. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm sitting here. Hold on. Boop. One moment. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it just a second so you can. Okay. Okay, it's buffering. Everybody playing here in a second, you guys.
Has 1,000 people in her chat, right? But deletes the live immediately after it ends.
Talk about Molly.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, just disgusting. Here, Taylor, you watched probably about, you said about 30 minutes. What the first 30 minutes?
And then talk about people think about her and make them decide. Just get into her family real quick, right on there, talking about people in her family use, you know, illicit drugs, you know.
Yeah, they substance online for about 2 or 3 minutes with her niece, and they were sharing substances. I guess it's a family tradition with them. But yeah, she did today's performance there. We're gonna start 30 minutes in. I thought we'd save time, but if y'all want to watch it all, we can. Watch it.
It was, she became a Patreon actually. Yeah, she became a friend. She was a Patreon first, a fan. She had Molly Golightly merch. She took a picture of herself wearing Molly Golightly tights and a Molly Golightly shirt.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Skip to my loo. She crushed pills on her mother's counter and sniffed it up. I don't doubt it for a second because she has been to detox. She can call whatever she wants to call it. Okay, Molly, coming from another addict girl, your active addiction. That's what we call it. All right. That's what we call it. Us junkie channels, right? Hey, Captain Avi. But yeah, they're definitely on a few.
And like a lot of Patreons, talking on Perplex QT.
Absolutely.
Started talking on the phone and
might as well go over it all since
we
we're
became
watching,
friends.
right? Get the whole context of it.
And
yeah, she's crying. Peppermint.
She didn't have a channel or anything. Little did I know, she just became friends with me to start a channel.
That's a lie.
And she presented herself
and Taylor,
like a
whenever
Southern
you
belle.
want me to pause, just
Very
say pause that, Mom. All right, but we'll probably fast forward here. I heard it was pretty bad. So.
Charming and
by the way, we really appreciate
she
you.
talked about my sweet little dwarf husband of mine, and did herself like like she represented the status of Southern Belle. And
okay, so I will call myself lots of things. Southern is absolutely one of them. Southern Belle, not so much. Never referred to myself as a Southern Belle because I have a potty mouth.
I fell for it, and little did I know that she was.
I'm pretty sure she's seen on Diamond Cutter, and I just have to say that I have been interacting just a little bit more recently though with Diamond Cutter. She's been live a lot more. She used to be a friend of Molly's, and I was telling Taylor about what Molly did to Diamond Cutter. She took pictures of this woman nude and shared them, and she used those nudes to bash her on YouTube on her channel, Molly Golightly. This is what
True
Molly Golightly does. That's who she is, and I'm pretty sure that's who she's talking about. And I have to tell you that my experience Diamond Cutter is very different than what Molly portrays. Diamond Cutter,
like,
by the way.
What I would see now.
Oh, you lying fake heifer.
She talked with a Southern accent.
She talked with a Southern accent.
Was about to
what the fuck? We're only 2 minutes in.
Sherlock, because that's where I'm from. I lived up north for 20 years and I never lost my accent. Yeah, I talk with a Southern accent, Marissa. Just like you talk with like a dumbass, trying to sound all gangsta yesterday in this later on.
With this broad, y'all. Like in thorough detail, go to Nonsense the channel. I'll make sure I put a link in the description. You want to know what a con Molly Golightly is? Go check out Nonsense.
About to be an Eagle Scout who loves to go camping. She was camping equipment.
Very shit.
Experience like with my mother. I thought my mother was passing in this close. Don't you think you'd be with your mother instead of sniffling your ass on the internet,
Scary
drinking
shit.
a big gulp?
Good Lord.
She's yelling and screaming.
All over the place.
I know.
Whole thing. Half the time you don't even know what the fuck she's talking about.
Right. And y'all, this is from 2 different generational perspectives, by the way. And Taylor doesn't watch a lot as much as I do. So just take that in when you're thinking of, we got a quarter of a century old young man watching, right? And then an almost the same age as Molly woman watching, and that's who you're getting react right now. Just saying.
Such a great person to talk to, and I was like, wow. I thought
Susan, we were just talking about you. Love it, love it. Love to
sideways,
hear.
and she really sideways.
I really wanted them to become sideways so we couldn't be friends, because you guys, what y'all don't know is, according to her, I planned all this at the end of 2018. Mind you, I have a crafting business that I could go live and could have created a channel with me doing my arts and crafts at any point. But instead of doing that, I sat back and I was calculated and I devised this plan to become friends with this bitch, okay? Infiltrate her channel and become friends so I can start a channel off of her back. Okay? That's what I did. Whatever. I didn't even have 800 subscribers. We all have channels. If you have a YouTube, to come on YouTube, we all have a channel. Some of us may choose to exercise and use that channel, or some of us may just use it to be able to come onto YouTube and view videos and buy, etc. But there was no ulterior motives with me becoming friends. I've got plenty of friends in my life from when I was a child. Long life, long-term friends. Okay. The last thing I needed was to go through you, bitch, to have a channel. I actually had like 800 subscribers whenever and I were friends. And Mallory is actually the one that kept pushing and pushing to get me over 1,000. And the longer time went by, I decided, why not use my platform to make people aware of what a piece of shit she is. Now, in the interim, I have done some cooking videos. I've exposed you guys to my family, my mother, when I go up to the cabin and stuff. I have several subscribers that enjoy that, and I will continue to do that. But I will also continue to use my platform to make all the newcomers coming in these streets aware of what a piece of shit we have amongst us. Okay? Make no mistake about that. And Laura, you're getting real close to being put on my bunny boiler list.
It was some sort of nice out the hard way.
By the way, let me remind you, the name of the site is Being 100, Real and Honest.
Nothing like.
I think it's the actual first live I ever watched.
I found out way later that she was nothing that I thought she was.
Oh my
God. She was on a panel talking about my mother. She called my mother a bitch.
Did y'all hear me call?
Saying she was talking about her mother.
Bitch, I didn't hear your mother bitch. I called you a bitch. I would never call your mother or anyone else's mother a bitch. But I guess I am. I'm calling Jake's mother a bitch. Bitch, I'm calling you a bitch. And Laura a bitch. Not your mother. I don't roll like that. And Marissa, nobody believes you when you said it. Okay, people know me around here.
Like that. Is she talking about you, love? Is she talking about you? Y'all have your pants rolled up. She had a Southern Belle accent.
Gonna die. I sent Laura a picture of my baby Jake saying goodbye to his grandmother on Saturday. That my husband, she was also saying horrible things about.
Okay, so she sent Laura a picture of her baby that's 16 years old saying goodbye to his grandmother. Okay, well, we just heard your nephew say that, they are thinking she's going to make a recovery. Okay, but anywho, Marissa, anybody could lean down and kiss somebody and you could take a picture of it and say they were saying goodbye. I mean, goodness gracious, girl, get out of here with that shit. Yeah. I could kick his ass. I said, he's like Stuart Little. I don't fight, but I think I got him, and I laugh because it was a joke, Sloppy Molly.
Oh my God, is this real life? I think that there may be, because there are substance issues, you guys. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it issues that when she comes down on the. I'm sorry, but I what you're saying. If my moms are far apart, we were. I'm Molly.
It was a very
To profit.
doesn't matter. But my husband doesn't have a Purple Heart. My husband was
I have, you know, I'm a search
Oh
though.
my God. Hey, okay. Yes, I said he had a Purple Heart and he was this lean, mean killer machine because that's what you said, Marissa. That's what you've said. And why are you crying? Hell, even if it wasn't, even if you didn't say that, I mean, it's not like saying a Purple Heart is a bad thing. Shit, bitch. You can't even get your crying episode straight. I mean, you look like a damn idiot.
Wife. I guess Molly's an officer's wife too, guys.
There was talks that I did 4 hours in New Orleans jail.
Here we go.
I didn't know what I was in jail for. They dismissed it.
I swear I'm not a dumpy dump. You can have my child, my husband, my house. I'll give you anything. Just don't make me do this 4 hours in jail for stealing money from a stripper.
I was not in handcuffs. The FBI. I was not in rehab 4 times.
Girl.
What?
You need rehab. If anybody needs rehab, a month like that, and here's a lot of these things and has over the years, right? And what's the Molly has
Fit for.
whatever it takes.
Absolutely
There's-
not. Sometimes that's what you need.
It's not the shit that happened to me in rehab, but okay, like I had to make my bed, bitch. Nobody was rubbing my feet, right? Not ever. Yeah.
That's what's in the dumpy dumps.
Hold on.
Bitch. 4 times. I don't say it. 4.
How many times?
My bad. She hasn't been to rehab 4 times. She's been in detox 4 times. You want to talk about 6 of one and half a dozen of the other? There you go.
Be to way too low. With my,
Was it?
Because that's really something
to joke about it. Really, I mean, it's really not a joke. Over 100,000 people overdose every year. So it's kind of not a joke. I admit it, that's what you do.
Rehab. Internet away, and you just get massages.
What?
Oh my God, she is
And-
foolish.
And you just chill. I'll clean, do anything.
Not
Blame that,
Talking about my
that's my work.
bitch.
No, she lives in Pennsylvania. I guarantee you them, resorts, rehabs in Florida or something, wherever. But that's ridiculous because every place I've ever been, and guys, I've been to multiple. You should learn everything to do to take you trips, and if you act right, to me is what it says.
about my fucking husband, saying that I was kicked off of a military base, that I couldn't live. I've never lived on I've always lived off base. In fact, I worked on that Georgia military base. I worked.
What a shame. What a shame. Coming from a military family to know that she actually worked on the military base, like, wow. To go from that to what you do now, what a shame. Welcome to the Exposure Arena. I just watched one of your videos, by the way. Have it pulled up for later, maybe. She probably ditched rehab and went to a hotel. You learn how to do life sober. Yeah. I mean, you start to, then there's more work, right? It comes after, and every tragedy is
A bartender in the officers club and the enlisted club. at the bar in the bowling alley.
Does the Army have
I
that?
worked at the bar in the enlisted club, which was
Does the Army
What'd
have
you
enlisted club? And then what is an enlisted club?
the Army has an officer club.
Right, like the
I
Marine.
recall. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even my mother actually was a waitress. My mom's first club when I was a kid. Like, my dad was.
But we have a bowling alley.
Right.
There's an officers club. I've never heard of any.
Air Force has one.
Of course. Air Force has everything.
We respect real straight up. Or even Walter.
was Dancers Club. The mess.
I was stealing my face, I guess. This is, yeah. And again, this is
Versions.
all you guys of her conning people. And we're going to call it what it is. Straight conning Patreons, her YouTube subscribers, her members. Well, you know, thousands of dollars. And then she goes to 90s Con and posts list level.
I paid in the I must not have seen.
And I just think this is a prime example, you guys, right here of what Marissa is now saying, how the whole mascara part happened. You know, is basically exactly what I said. So just to my memory is pretty good, Laura.
I walked out.
Ask a question and how it lives. Don't you think he moved to answer it? Just a question and a question.
I put the super cabinet in, 2 things cabinet, put all the bags in. The little black guy, the green guy.
In my opinion, allegedly, right? I really do. I think you're a fucking thief. I've seen the body camera footage, and you stole. I believe you stole from that woman. I'm gonna go on to say from here because, like I said, I watched the first 30 minutes that you went into a pre-trial diversion, so you weren't guilty. That's not true. Let me tell you guys from experience. A pre-trial diversion means you plead guilty to the crime, and then if you finish your probation period, whatever that is, they will take the crime off your record. Again, here you are misrepresenting and lying to the people that listen to you that don't know any better. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you do a pre-trial diversion, you plead guilty.
That's what she always
So
says.
she's lying to you right here by saying she didn't steal that mascara. If you didn't steal it, you should. Which
Only went all the way to the back. And we said the first sergeant and husband, lieutenant, came. The military police never fucking came.
she said, did she just say her husband was a second lieutenant?
He did.
But wait a minute, I'm confused.
So am I.
That's what sucks when you have people that are actually in military families that know shit, Molly. Write it now. Not be confused with an officer. Next, she'll tell us that who knows what he's going to be next. He can be anything.
I was not put in handcuffs. Never. It was never an arrest. The next day, in fact, my husband was arguing and said, no. And first officer said, Captain, all due respect. It left in her cart unpaid for.
I know.
Why is he being addressed as a captain?
Shit. Then Catherine said,
a captain and not sir.
yeah. Catherine said he was a major today, so he's a major too. Okay. Tomorrow he'll be a colonel, right? She's too much, y'all.
It's in the right timeline, but it's not, man. You just said second lieutenant, and then in the same story, you called him a captain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Looking for storytelling right now. That's what she wants you. Let me reiterate that our gender on income, a lot of them not disabled, not well. These are their target. We'll call them victims because that's what they are, right? That's her target. So she wants to speak in you know, narcissist. She's more important, and all the attention on her. I don't know what she's there. She doesn't appear to care about mom. 4 p.m. and it looks like she just, yeah, here before I quit watching that she was making other people like wait on her. I don't know. So Colonel President, yeah, there's nothing wrong with elderly. You know what I mean? It's just that that's her target individual. Actually, she is full of shit. My dad watches all her shit because he's in her level and this fraud to include. Yeah, coming more and more into the fraud, right? A lot of people think he don't know. He's absolutely a pawn. Hey, so we are watching her closely. Walking to the car, saw mascara fall out of the basket. Nah, put that mascara on her person. I agree, and she's lying. Somebody just tells the lie, right? But come on. Child diversion meant for me that if I completed diversion steps, they wouldn't charge and go through with the charges, by the way, and I'm not a fan. Well, I'm going to tell you that for me, you had to plead guilty to the crime. So. I ended up paying diversion, so I got guilty anyway. It didn't matter. Because, yeah, I'm good at that kind of shit. Hey, Queen.
That's what we're going to do. You guys need to just show up at the JAG office tomorrow.
The JAG office.
They didn't have time. So a woman attorney stuck her head out of some door and said, yeah, we're having a hard time with this, and we don't even have time for this. We're talking about, what the hell is it called? I'm going to explain this.
Lord.
Blah, blah, blah. You stop.
And if she had to community service, I say, no matter what, there was enough evidence to make her do community service and free child diversion. And you know what? It's not that big of a deal. Some fucking mascara. Be real. The name of your live stream is being real, honest, whatever the fuck. But you can't even be real with your ploy to it's smoke and mirrors, right? Look over here so that you're not looking over here.
Okay, guys. So that's enough of that. I appreciate 6 Up Media. Great job too on the video. But that's all I'm going to play of that, because the rest of it, she's fixing to go off on Mallory, and that's between her. And she's just so erratic. It's not even funny. But Laura, make sure Marissa sees this. Okay, make sure Sloppy Molly sees this, and just remember, Laura, what you think of me matters zero. I give zero shits about. Okay, your opinion of me matters to zero shits to me. Okay, don't care what you think about me. So you can run around and call me a stalker, whatever you want to do, until you have had your lady bits, as Irish Gal says, talked about and exposed like I have. Then shut the fuck up, Laura. Okay? And Sloppy Molly, there's a reason why there's no sequel to your wife swap episode. That was the worst acting I have seen ever, girl. And listen, you got a problem with me? You want to get up there and lie on me? I never called your mother that. That was you I was referring to as a bitch, okay? Make no mistake about it. And if I did mess up and say that he was a Purple Heart and you never said that, then let me say, I apologize for that. I stand corrected, everyone. I made a mistake. But my God, you said that he's a mean, lean, killing machine, and that nobody has been, for 5 years now, people's been trying to take him down and nobody can touch him. So, I mean, gosh, don't be so offended. You should be glad that I gave him the kudos of a Purple Heart. I mean, hell, apparently, a word on the street is he's a fraudster. And let me say this too. Yes, the little sorry excuse you gave about reason Mallory trying to defend what Mallory said. Well, if you remember correctly, I sent him 2 license plates, one from Texas and one from Mississippi. Now, I wasn't asked to put a utility in my name to do that. So you need to come up with a better lie, girl. You're not going to downplay what happened. I don't believe for 1 minute Mallory was lying about what happened. She would not have made that up and said it if that wasn't what happened. I don't believe it. And there's, one thing about it. She's going to stand in her own shit. She owns up to it, and she makes no apologies for it. Marissa, you don't know the truth if it hits you upside the head. You were such a liar. And girl, there is plenty of proof in these streets about your lies. Now, if you want to bring some lies that I've made and back up these lies you told, bring it. I'm waiting. Bring it. All right, you guys have a good one. I got to go pack. Going up to my mama's and to the cabin. But I hope you guys have the great rest of your week. This is diamond. Well, no, this is the Southern Belle Diamond Cutter out, formerly known as Bushwhacker.